What's up, guys? Welcome into another episode of the Michigan Recruiting Report. The Wolverines just landed a big commitment on the recruiting trail. Another 5-star, the third of the cycle. Before we dive into that, make sure to like this video, subscribe to our YouTube channel for free, get notifications every time we drop new videos. And of course, subscribe to the Wolverine.com today. Use that special promo code exclusively for our YouTube members. It's UM1. That's $1 for 2 months. Over at the Wolverine.com, get the inside scoop before it happens. If you were a subscriber to the Wolverine, you know that I put in a pick back in November. So our Wolverine subscribers got the intel early. Make sure to subscribe today. So yeah, I did put in a pick back in November. Michigan has officially sealed the deal now in January with 5-star offensive tackle Ty Haywood out of Denton Ryan in the great state of Texas. Haywood was Michigan's biggest priority heading into the late period. And again, they got this done coming out of his official visit. This was Haywood's first time on campus, so he was able to get a closer look at the program, meet with head coach Sherrone, meet with offensive line coach Grant Newsome, get a look at the campus. He got to spend some time around players, including quarterback Bryce Underwood, who was actively recruiting him and is one of those 3 stars Michigan also landed this cycle. So I think the official visit really helped. But at the end of the day, I think this recruiting win shows that Michigan is going to still be serious about its NIL approach on the recruiting trail. The Bryce Underwood win wasn't a one-off. As we all know, Michigan made a mega offer to Bryce Underwood and was able to flip him from LSU late in the cycle. And some of the people that were involved in that Bryce Underwood deal were also involved with Ty Haywood. That was a big reason that Haywood became a soft pledge to Alabama. Remember, he gave the Crimson Tide a commitment in the summer and seemed pretty solid to Bama before Michigan really got involved. And I think once that happened, it really opened his eyes. Michigan was always a school that was going to beat out any other school when it came to NIL. I mean, they really made Ty Haywood a top priority. That shows you how much Sherrone personally loved him. And again, I think that this shows that Michigan is not just a one-hit wonder on the recruiting trail with NIL. They are going to be aggressive with prospects that they deem 5-star level talents, including Ty Haywood. I think that's the biggest reason Michigan was able to win this recruitment. Had Michigan not revamped its NIL, I'm not sure Ty Haywood is in this class. In fact, I don't think Ty Haywood is in this class. So shout out to Michigan's backers, as well as new general manager Sean McGee, who has completely helped revamp Michigan's approach to NIL on the recruiting trail. Without them, again, Ty Haywood's not in this class. Still, again, I think the official visit moved the needle. I think Michigan's offensive line development moved the needle. And I think Ty Haywood really fits what Michigan does up front, hence why they invested so much in NIL with him and why Sherrone made him a top priority. You can see on film, he's super physical. Almost every play you've seen so far on this huddle is a pancake. I think Ty Haywood is at his best when he's run blocking, when he can just overwhelm you with his size and strength. He's 6'5", 300 pounds. He knows how to finish blocks. He's nasty. I got to see him live in November before I put in that prediction, and he's playing against some of the best competition in the state of Texas. He plays at a very high level. So he goes up against D1 talent. And you can see him even out in space. He's out there putting guys in the dirt. He's getting to the next level. He's underrated as far as an athleticism standpoint. I think when you think of Haywood, you think about this big road grader, but he can move as well. The biggest thing with Ty Haywood that he has to improve on is just his hands. He can keep his hands outside a lot, so just overall technique and hand placement. But I think Ty Haywood's ready to go potentially as a true freshman. It's a little unfortunate that he's not an early enrollee, but he could potentially be an impact player as a true freshman, but I think more so as a guard. I think Haywood's a guy that's going to start off inside and kick outside, which is completely fine. I think he can be a dominant guard at Michigan early on in his career and eventually transitioned to right tackle once he continues to improve that technique, that hand placement, just more as a pass protector. But man, there's just so much to like about Ty Haywood. And again, Michigan now has 3 5-stars in the class, 2 of them being offensive linemen in Haywood and Andrew Babalola. And those are your future tackles, with Andrew Babalola being a left. And like I said, Haywood starting inside out, eventually being a right tackle. And I think Michigan's offensive line obviously wasn't up to the usual standards this past season, but the future looks extremely bright. And I think that's thanks in large part to Sherrone Moore, Sean McGee, and those willing to invest in NIL in the trenches. I know a lot of people have been clamoring for Michigan to spend NIL with wide receivers, but Sherrone Moore wants to keep that identity, that smash mentality in Ann Arbor. And there arguably isn't a better duo out there nationally this cycle than Andrew Babalola and Ty Haywood. So for more on this big recruiting win for Michigan, head over to thewolverine.com, subscribe today, use that promo code UM1. That's $1 for 2 months over at thewolverine.com. You get exclusive insider information on everything recruiting, the team, basketball, transfer portal, and so much more. And like I said earlier, guys, make sure to like this video as well. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's completely free. Get notifications every time we drop new videos and get breaking news like this.